this is Cheryl with Watch Cheryl Scrap and another digital scrapbook processing video using Photoshop Elements 11. And today I'm scrapping some photos way back in 2013 of us and our normal Christmas tradition of setting out milk and a sweet treat for Santa. And this year we set out a sugar cookie. I'm using a digital product by Kristin Cronin-Barrow at Sweet Shop. It's part of her Christmas collection, and it's called Dear Santa. And I'm starting off with a blank canvas, adding my photos in, and adding just a quick stroke around the outside. I just like to have on my photos, it just makes them stand out a little bit from the rest of the page. It adds the stroke and the shadow at the same time. And now I'm trying to determine how I want to show off these photos. So I have 3 portrait or vertical photos and 1 landscape or horizontal photo. I'm just making sure these are aligned and then they're distributed evenly so they have even spaces between them. The photo that you see that's going to be the smaller one. That's the landscape. That is the picture we took the next morning on Christmas morning with the milk drunk out of the glass, and the cookie was partially eaten. And then the 3 photos at the top, of course, the milk and cookies freshly set out with a note, and the card was made by my son when he was 8, and it's just totally super cute letter. It says, Dear Mr. Claus, I have enjoyed this year. Hope you have too. Hope our elf has been making good reports. I would like the new Lego sets, please. P.S. Do your reindeer fly on magic? Love, Daniel. Merry Christmas. And then, of course, he has a little Christmas scene on the front. So this kit was just absolutely perfect. And as soon as I saw that bottle of milk with that striped straw in it, I was like, this is perfect. And then to have the milk and cookies label, and the night before Christmas, milk for Santa, everything was just, yep, just perfect for setting out a little treat for old St. Nick. So now I'm probably overlooking at all the elements in the kit. I've added, the last thing that I added after those word strips was an envelope, and I liked what it said on the envelope, but then I think in a few minutes I actually end up moving it. Well, I could have edited that entire section out. Sorry about that, guys. So now I'm adding in some little pops of green with some little evergreen greenery. Adding another spot of blue in a diagonal and another word strip. And then I think I thought I would add that journal card because I felt like that there was something missing, and so I place it. It does end up coming off the page though a little bit later. So I've added a neutral background. There goes the card, and I've added a banner, and that won't stay up at the top either. know, the pages always just kind of seem to build themselves. And so now I put the red and white stripe in the background behind the craft paper, and I also add in the darker blue paper just as a very tiny edge behind the craft paper, because I like those three colors there. And then I use this pattern paper with the stripes. The floral is just a great mix of colors. I love the light blue, the dark blue, the reds, whites. They're just perfect. So I'm just like cutting a horizontal piece of paper to go across the middle of the page, and that's just going to bring some of that red down. And there goes that banner. I'm moving it down on top of the milk bottle. And I do use a journal card. I make it smaller, a little bit smaller, and add it over to the left. So I like that envelope, but then I decided I didn't want the words sticking out, so I just moved it over so you could just see the stripe. But you should note that in the kit there is an envelope without any writing on it, so I could have just as easily switched it out, but I chose not to. So I'm adding some confetti in just to bring in some more white up into the top. And then adding a gorgeous flower. Then I'm going to just continue to build my elements from this point, because I don't believe there are any further changes to the papers. So some more greenery. And I love all the red and white. It's really pretty in this kit. I'm going to pull some of that blue down onto the bottom as well, that light blue. And throwing in a hint of that dark blue. Now I stare at this flower for a while. It's like a fabric with sequins on it, and I absolutely love it, but it wasn't going to fit on my page. But I feel like I need to highlight it or star it or something, so I use it in another layout soon because it was just too cute. I love this word art. It's just fun. I like how it's not straight across. It's got a lot of movement to it. Adding a little sprig of holly. And then I'm adding some more blue up to the top with this label. Adding a little bit of ribbon. So that's going to bring some green up into the top. And I'll go diagonal across to the right and add some more down there underneath that milk bottle. Adding a couple more flowers here. Little ribbon flowers. Duplicating some of that greenery to pull that cluster out, so there's some more movement across the page there. Adding another piece of word art. So I think I actually end up moving some of that word art around. I'm not sure. Thought I might use that little border, but I don't. And I try to add some string and that's not going to work either. So I end up calling that's done. So here you're going to see my completed layout. I do add the journaling off camera. And here it is. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Be sure to like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel for further videos. Thanks for watching.